Welcome to Unfiltered with Wandia, a space where raw stories come to life. Every week, we dive into unfiltered experiences, bold conversations, and powerful moments that challenge, inspire, and connect us. If you are tired of fake perfection and ready for something real, then you're in the right place. So, grab your tea and let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Wandia and this is Unfiltered with Wandia, where we talk about real life experiences, that is love, life, God, and of course everything in between. So in today's topic, in today's episode, I'm so excited because I'm hosting one of the people I really admire so much. You know those people that you are like, hey, anafanya kazi mzuri. Yeah, I'm with Lillian today and we are talking about campus reality check, you know. If you're there and you've been in campus, or you're yet to join campus, or you are currently in campus, this video is definitely for you. And of course, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to let my guest introduce herself. Hi Lillian.
Hey. Hi Wandia.
Karibu sana, ukwaje?
Asante.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
You know, like you're one of the people that I really admire. Unafanya kazi mzuri pale YouTube with judging. Of course, I will let you talk about that and utuambie ulianza aje, what happened. Yes, kindly introduce yourself to my viewers.
I have been dodging. I've been dodging interviews. I have been dodging, spaces where I have to share stories of my life. But I guess I am caught. I am right now. Against all odds, I am here. My name is Lillian Wairimu, but you can call me Lillian Favor. Hiyo ndio jina ya mtaa.
Yeah, tunakujua nayo.
Hiyo ndio mnanijua nayo, but my name is Lillian Favor. I am born again. I am a child of God. I love the Lord. I am the host of the Touching Lives podcast. I have been podcasting for the last 3 years. Yes, so majorly, I have been Murima. I have been majoring on Spotify, but I recently now came to YouTube, and I am finding it well. I think I am now getting comfortable with YouTube. But aside from that, I work as a quality assurance, and I am a student as well of life. And also a student of, quality professionals. So, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation.
Yeah, you're welcome. Actually, it's such an honor to have you here. You have been wanting to call you Lillian. What do you think about this? Yeah, karibu sana. And the reason as to why we are talking about this topic, this conversation, it's like because I feel you are fresh from campus, you are that person that mwenye najua ideas ni new, umetoka juzi, and I'm like, yeah, I think because I feel like campus, si venye tulikuwa tunaambiwa, this is what we were told, na pia kuna the reality part of it, Yes, that is what I want to I want us to talk about, okay? Yeah.
And I guess the whole conversation is really essential because personally, I am a firstborn. So in my family, unless my cousins really told me what happens in campus, I had to just find out for myself. But I have friends who joined campus ahead of me, but I don't think they told me like, now this is it. So I think I just came to experience campus by myself. And I guess everyone does, because not everyone gets to be told that in campus this and this happens. We are only told there is freedom. I am a storyteller, so if you don't guide me,
I know we're going to talk.
Takesha hapa.
I know. Yeah, so the reason as to why I want us to talk about it is because I remember when I was in high school, I honestly wanted to join campus. Not because of I want to pursue, but it's all because of kuna freedom. Utatumia simu.
Boys, men.
I know, freedom ya kujikalisha and all that. Hakuna mzazi anakuamsha and all that. I was like, yeah, I really want to be there. But siku nilifika that day, honestly, I was like, wait a minute. So this is a whole different world and all that. Yes, I want us to talk about your day one in campus. How was it like for you? Because as I can remember, my admission day, it was so hectic. hadi sahi naonanga hiyo line ya admission inani traumatize, you know? Yeah, how was your day one in campus?
Maybe I can take you back kidogo. When I was in Form 4, I suffered a heart infection. So, and I had not been performing really well. I will talk about it like some other time, but I was not performing really well. So I got the best marks that I had gotten till I got to Form 4 was a C-. That was a school captain. The audacity.
Unfortunately.
I know. So when I was in Form 4, I felt, hey, all these years, yet I came to this extra county school because I had qualified. So what would it mean for me to come out of this same school without having qualified to go to campus? So it gave me pressure. So unajua unaweza join campus, I mean high school, and you relax. But now I now got the whole pressure when I was in Form 4, and I now strived. I was now striving to perform well. But in that nini of struggling and you striving, I fell ill. Now I was either in school or at home or in the hospital. Not that I was, laid there, but there was that being uncomfortable checkups. And pia when you're unwell and it's a heart infection, it also triggers you. You also feel apana. I think it got to a point, one of my teachers told me, you don't have to strain as much. You don't have to do your exams in the hospital. So you can give your best. I'm like, give my best. And I have to I have never repeated. In fact, I skipped a class when I was younger. And then uniambie, I come all the way and then repeat it from 4. That thing, it didn't just sink. So I had to work extra hard. And thank God, what wakisema walimu wa math, for me, I think I had a good teacher whom I could follow up. So I got a C+.
Wow.
That C+, I adore it. Hey, because I know I worked on it, I think third term peke yake. And that is what I was able to get.
Yes.
So by the time I saw my marks, I was excited because that was the cutoff point. And I was now excited I'm going to join campus. And when we were applying, I applied UN, JQuat, KU. And I think 3/4% of students in Kisii University, 1 out of 10 watakwambia they applied to actually come to Kisii. Most of them watakwambia no. I didn't want to come here. So by the time Kusip tells me, congratulations Kisii University Information Technology. Hey, I cried. I couldn't think, where is Kisii?
Like,
what is Kisii University?
Klasiani Kisii.
Kisii. I had never even heard of even.
I know,
Yani, I didn't accept. I think for a long time, and then Corona came. So bado kulikuwa na, will we still join campus in September? So there was that. Then I used to journal. I still do journal. So I used to write down, God, did you really mean for us to actually join? Will we really join? Nini Evo? So that is how my campus started. I am excited because I have qualified. And you say I had not gotten those kind of grades since Form 2. So any God, when I say any God, it was actually God. So fast forward, najaribu to transfer school, but I couldn't because my parents were really determined. They had already paid the fee, so I couldn't transfer. And I think my mom and I share personality because we think ahead, we plan ahead. Niko hapa but najua kesho hivyo next week hivyo. So my mom already had scouted for people or students who wanasomea Kisii University and are at home. So she found one. Where did you sleep? Can we get a number of a hostel? Nini hivyo. One of my good uncles used to travel and used to use this road. And I told him, because my mom sent him, akuja angalie whether hostels ziko available. But I have been in boarding school since class 5.
You don't want that,
We've been told we are coming to experience freedom.
I know.
Then you tell me I'm going to stay in the campus.
Where they're not cooking.
No. I want to decide what I will cook. That is another dynamic in adulting. But I told my uncle I don't want to stay in school. So my uncle told my mom, hostels ni kidogo huko. Hata hawezi toshea. Hata saizi shabukiwa zimejaa.
Yeah.
And so I had to get a private hostel. So we booked, I think did we pay the money before? Something like, but we booked the private hostel. One day, do you know, we were supposed to, I think, start reporting on Tuesday. We came on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, we traveled from Eldoret to Kisii.
Yeah.
And something funny is, we are not reporting on that day, on Monday, but my mother.
You're so determined. She was so determined.
We woke up at around 5 a.m. Tulifika Kisii by saa 6. No, mchana. So lunch, we cooked, yeah. We slept over with my mom. And then the next day, now it's when people are coming to now join. And my mom is like, wake up 7 a.m. Unajua laini hiyo ni refu. African mothers. Yeah. But thanks to her, on my first day, I actually completed the whole process by 1 p.m.
Wow.
Nikaenda home. I mean, my place. My mom had cooked lunch. Wandia, I'm loved.
Like, you were so lucky. You're blessed.
Yeah, so that is how my admission was.
Wow.
Like, I recall my mom working with me through the whole process until she told me she won't go out of Kisii when I have not finished the whole process.
No, because I know she will watch this. Tell her thank you.
Mom, I love you. So that is how I joined campus.
I know.
But you know, I was skeptical. I wasn't bullied in high school, but I knew there is a potential of being bullied, of being scammed.
I know.
So I didn't want to, when someone told me, oh, you can join this club, I'm like, I'm not paying any monies. Near 100, I am not paying any money. So I didn't get to understand even if there is a CU or which club. So I just joined and then I relaxed.
Yeah, waiting for classes and
waiting for my roommate to say, Aki, the process is like, I'm like, wow, Aki, so sorry. I can't relate.
I know. Wow, and now life started in campus.
Yeah, I have to now decide what I'm going to cook. I thought it was a smooth run. All of a sudden, I don't know what to cook.
Kwanza hapo kwa budget, unajifanyia peke yako. Like, it's, for
but
me.
You see, in first year, money is being sent.
I know, right? Yeah. After every month,
really
after every week.
When you tell them, one day if you saw my shopping in first semester,
ulikuwa tu umepangwa.
Mimi nilikuwa nimepangwa. Ungekosa box biscuits, you know, juice, 3 liters and above.
Yeah.
Nini. Rice ilikuwa yani za brands. Right now,
it's not easy.
Hata hiyo juice.
I know. So, okay, now life started and all that. Now, tumefika place yenye you're adapting to the environment. How was your adapting to the environment was like for you? Because I feel like Kisii kuna so many different tribes and all that. Because I feel like I was told, Luya do this, Luo do this, Kisii do this. How was your adapting to the environment like for you?
One day I have been in boarding school since class 5. I have gone to girls' school since since baby class. It is only one class 1 peke yake na niliruka. Ndio nimesoma na boys. Yani, you see, at that point, you don't really understand.
Yeah.
And then I am here. I am meeting men all over.
I know, right?
Hey. Why are you hugging? Why are you sitting on the motorbike like, with a man?
Why?
Like, I was so naive.
Yeah.
Yani nilikuwa tunashangaa. Nilikuwa napita hivi streets za campus. I'm like, I'm not used to that. I'm used to girls everywhere. Yeah. Girls. In church, of course, kunao, but ni wawili watatu.
Yeah. And
but here you're meeting hundreds of men.
And they're talking. Wanakusalimia.
They want to hug you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, why are you hugging me?
Why are you hugging me? Yeah.
You see, there's one day we were going to town with a friend of mine, a gent. Halafu ananiambia sasa supande bike. I'm like, kila mtu apande yake. So those are just some of the culture shocks that I got to meet with. But with the tribes, of course, the school that I went to, there were many, but I had not heard of Kisii. I really don't know why. But huku hivi you're meeting with, and then motorbike, then it is a new place, a new environment. I am used to independence because I have been thrown into boarding school since class 5, so I already know how to do life on my own. I know how to, especially if no one is waking me up. Yeah. So that is how I was. I think the whole adaptation was now accepting that, by the way, I have to do life. This other gender, we cannot, minus them unless I look for a university that is just for ladies.
Amazing. Hakuna, honestly.
Iko, but really.
Before when I mean, wow, now you've started like adapting to the environment na umefika shule. Classes ndio hizi zimekuja. Academics ndio hizi sasa. It's a real, unapata communication skills. Yeah, unapata computer classes. You're like, so how was your experience?
You're taking me back even to my first class.
I know, because course yako ulikuwa umeipenda, roho yako like ukiulizwa, do you love your course?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I wanted to do journalism and media. I mean, it's what I'm doing. I'm a podcaster. Okay, anyway, but in as much as I wanted to do that, I think, parents always know what they want for us. Yeah. It's okay. But by the time I was going to apply, my mom was like, okay, education, eka nini. So by the time KUSSIPS gives me IT, I'm like, well, what is IT? I had to Google. I googled what is IT, where can I get jobs. But I had to, thank God, I don't regret that I actually did IT because now I can do better.
You can do better, yeah.
But at that time, I preferred to come do IT than the courses that my parents were mentioning. And I think my parents were, listening to people, and they're like, that course is male dominated. Will she be able to do? Will she manage? Will she? So even me complaining that mom classes, she tells me, sini wewe ulisema it is better for you to do that. So I didn't have a choice. Yeah. Of course, right now I am telling myself probably I would have changed courses at that point, but the experiences all through, the people I met, the friends I met, the experiences I've had, I don't think I regret. So I didn't want to do IT. It was not my dream course. Yeah. But I am not, regretting that I actually did it. And I didn't understand. Me, kwanza, I went to my first class, and the lecturer was talking about C, the program called C. I think C or C++. I am not sure. He was talking about coding. People are telling me they spent their nights coding. I'm wondering, hamlali
aje sasa?
Hizi ni mashida za kujitakia.
Kwa computer, kwa laptop, yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't relate at that point. There are days I called my mom to tell her, we unajua kwa hii class yetu tuko tu girls 10 pekee na tuko karibu 60. Tells me, lakini si ni wewe ulisema. So the course I had to just adapt. Na unajua I came to adapt in third year.
Like from first year to that year.
I used to tell people, unajua mimi sikuwa nataka kufanya course. Nataka kufanya media nini. First year, first semester. First year, second semester, I'm telling people, by the way, tuna choose lini, tuna major on this because mimi, I really didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
First year inaisha, we go for long holidays. Again, we come back to second year, and by the time results zinatoka, nikona wewe sina option. I should be serious or I just quit. Yeah. So I had to be serious. So my transcripts za first year na second year wana ziko chini, and then ya fourth year na third year zinaanza, then zingine ziko nyuma.
I can imagine.
But to someone who is doing a course they didn't, imagine just accept. This is what will you do unless you change the course right now. Because you will not perform well. And then you will keep on blaming yourself and blaming your parents and your friends or people who told you to actually pursue the course. and then it won't help. You just keep on beating yourself hard. So you just rise up, work on that course that you need, ama you just choose what you want to do.
And actually you didn't know that eventually utakuja kufanya journalism as a talent.
I realized the Lord places desires in our hearts.
Exactly.
That is what I realized, that no matter what, if you allow the Lord to lead you, you'll just find yourself doing what the Lord has called you to do. Amazing. So I appreciate that I actually did it. Even the work, the quality assurance, it was, I think, a unit in Padia. And now I am taking as a man. Life is very crazy. Siningejua tu mapema like nichukue tu hiyo unit pekee niende. But you know what is life? I met people, I interacted with people, got numerous experiences that I can't compare with anything else. Yeah.
Amazing. Actually, umefanya nikumbuke pia mimi, my mom wanted me to be a teacher. And I was like, Wandia,
do you know?
Kusimama kwa watoto.
My parents also preferred that I do education. And my high school teachers actually, when I tell them I did IT, they still don't understand. They're like, we thought you were going to do English literature. I kept on telling them, teaching is a calling. When they called people, you see when someone gives you that kind of so I understand.
Wow, amazing. Ushaanza kuadapt that year, imefika umeanza sasa unajua wacha tu because of transcript and everything you graduate and all that. So let's talk about your relationships in terms of like your friendships. Tunaanza na friendships. How was it like for you? How was it like for you? Because I know in campus kuna pressure. And actually that is one of the reasons as to why I wanted this conversation, because I feel like pressure is real. Peer pressure is real. Like uko like, are we together? Are we uko na TV? Uko comrade? You know, like you know, pressure and all that. How were you dealing with it?
I think the Lord has created me in such a way. I really invest in my friendships. I really can't debate on that.
Yeah.
I don't understand also, but naturally, I think I'm just that kind of a person. The friend that I met in my class, Paris, we've been friends like the whole of campus, no matter like the highs and the lows.
Wow.
So we have done life together, and we met in a very, very funny way, because I just smiled at her in class because we did the same class. She also smiled at me, and then we
click.
Yeah, click, and we like. I think she's the friend that we have like done the whole, the dusts and the not dusts of campus. We have done it, but I made several friends, and you see with the transition that comes with campus. The friends that we have at home, most of the time, they slip away.
I know.
Unless you're very intentional. I think at this point, this is when I'm now reaching out to my friends who are at home.
At
like,
home and all that.
Because we lost the when I joined campus.
Yeah.
But in campus, I think I can't really say this is what I was looking for in a friend, because no one teaches even how to make friends. Because you see, even how we met with my friend was, very fun. Even we met with people, different instances. Probably when I joined the praise and worship in campus, so that is when you meet other friends whom you do life with. So, I mean, friendships. And a funny thing, the friendship that I have made in campus have been so helpful, and they have helped me to this point. And in as much as there are friends that they die. One of my friends says friendships are like flowers. If you don't water them, they die either naturally out of drought, But I adore friendships. I invest. I give my whole heart to friendships. I was telling you that my head, my body, my spirit, everything, like I pour it into friendships. And I will keep on sharing how friends have really, been part of my story, and I will keep on mentioning that because in campus, in as much as these friends, I'm a sapiosexual. I get attracted to people who, how they think and how they reason kidogo pale,
yeah. High IQ, uko juu, yeah.
Kidogo. So you just notice and you're like, this is someone I would want for a friend. And they have been so impactful and so helpful, even in my journey, even in me starting my own podcast. My friends and
good.
God.
Yeah. And you don't regret. Ushaikuwa na a failed friendship ile yenye you feel like ukirudi nyuma friendship now, ukirudi nyuma unaweza taka kuirudisha?
Well, there are some, yes. And sadly, there are friends that recently I have come to tell myself that just like God tells us that there's a time and season for everything, that also applies with people. There is a season you'll be, close and tied with people. But when that season ends, unfortunately, even if you try as much as possible, this person has played the role they were supposed to play in your life. And you can try as much as possible if the Lord wills. But, if the will of God was to keep you for that season, so yes, there are friendships that, took me through a certain season.
And then they can feel.
Then, ikaenda tu pole, and you wish, well, I would have wanted to keep like this friend, but you try reaching out. But you see, if it's not mutual, and if you again with friendships is crazy, because there are days it's like a tug of war. You pull. When now you're the one pulling, unabaki peke yako, and that is now the beauty of life is to appreciate like everyone in every season, and to understand the seasons, because there are days we would want to, and you see, I was telling you, I get so attached with my friends. I know. I can't share, like there's one of my friends who is not in the country. Alitoka hata kabla tuja graduate, can you imagine? Akaenda, and this is one friend that we have been friends like from first year, second year, third, yote, and then all of a sudden he's no longer there.
They used to hang out and all
we used to hang out, we used to do calls, nini, and all of a sudden I can't call him with the normal call. Ni video call too. Tena tunapanga. At that time I won't be awake. Me.
Oh my God.
Wandia, when this friend of mine was now at the airport, then akaniambia, now I am boarding the plane. I will reach out to you when we land. That night, I don't know if I slept. I cried.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
I could imagine until now he's gone. How?
Sasa na alikuwa rafiki
hivi, and he kept telling me, see, it's not like I'm dying. Like, no, you're not dead, but
you're far away.
You're very far. I love going to Nairobi. I don't know what is with Nairobi, but I have. So I always knew, nikienda Nairobi nitamtafuta. But hata sasa nikienda sasa nitamtafuta, unless nipande ndege tena sijui ya whole day.
I know.
Tena nifike. And you see how that is, and that taught me how emotionally invested I am with friends. That very point, because why are you crying?
Why?
And when he got there, his line couldn't his line, I don't know what will happen. So when I go there, I will come back with experiences and explain why lines has a function when we get there. So alichukua like, I think 3 days. And then someone, I think I can reach out through, I don't know, check up on Lillian. Lillian is not okay since you went. And it taught me how I have carried friendships. And there are days I have gone for, personal development courses in Nairobi. I show up at my friend's door at 12 midnight. And they open the door. Like, that is how, friendships for me have played a big role.
But you think being attached and all that, don't you feel like it's kind of dangerous? Because wakati mnaachana, you feel like, oh.
It is, and it affects me either way. But, you cannot undo what you are. That is just you need to unlearn too. But sasa, how do you unlearn loving a friend like Wandia?
I know.
How do you unlearn that? It is hard. I think these are just some of the things that we get to understand. And with campus, I would say self-awareness is really something that people downplay or downlook. Because if in campus, when I was in second year is when now I understood why I behave the way I do, my personality. I had not heard of, personality. I had not known about that. But with the programs that I attended, even in campus, it helped me know why are you like this, by the way? Why are you behaving like this?
Yeah. And who are you?
And who am I? Before the whole question of why am I here? Because that also, I got the whole touching lives concept when I was still in campus in, I think, second year bado. So second year, I think, in as much as it was in my academics, it was shaky. But on this other side of life, it's where I now found meaning of who am I and why am I even here?
Yeah.
Why do I write? Why do I?
Wow. Amazing. Now let's jump into the other side of life. You know, of course, kuna emotions. We have emotions, and at this particular point, uko na freedom. You have friends, of course. When you umesema, kuna male, the male part of it.
Yeah.
How are you balancing your emotions? Have you ever been into a romantic relationship?
Of course. I am a lover girl. So yes. Dusty, the streets are dusty, and sometimes maybe I was the dust. But
I'm so sorry for that.
But what then do we say? My parents don't know this, but as I had said, all my life in growing up, I have been in boarding school.
Yeah.
So even interacting with men. Well, of course, there's one or two of my friends at home whom I think for them I was close. But now, to that point, not that much. Not that much.
I know.
But when I came to campus, and this guy's looking at me like that, that way, and oops. Yeah, your vibe. Leon, I love how your brain works. I'm like, oh my Lord. No wonder you can be told you're beautiful. But when we are told love how your brain works. I know. Where?
It's coming from plus sissy ladies have realized we do love those words, like we do love affirmations and all that. Plus a gent telling you that.
And so yes, I got into relationships in campus, and we always, I think, I have mentioned the whole part of me being emotionally invested.
Yeah.
Even in my spiritual, I would pray, Lord, I thank you for this man. Because in my head, I was not dating like for fun.
Yeah,
I was not having fun. I was very serious. Though there is a time I didn't. Okay, you ask a guy, Sasa, how did I even get here? Even when someone wants to remind them, like, don't even go there. But there are times, or there's an instance where you felt this is it. This was actually it. And in that, I would want to talk about. You see, most of the time we talk about people heartbreaking others, or you, how did you get through heartbreaks? So so sorry, Wandia, you went through that heartbreak, that person is so bad, and we don't really ask ourselves, okay, this person who made this decision, I think that is what I came to really learn recently, because it really takes a lot of courage to break up with someone. It takes a lot of courage before someone tells you now it's over. Well, of course there are people who are toxic outside there, and they because no one wakes up one morning and says, I will be in a relationship for 2 months, and that man, I am telling you, he is going to be heartbroken. You won't even believe. Unless there are such people in life. Because as I would say, the whole part of self-awareness, you understand this is something I have grown up with. There are traumas that I believe we should actually work on. There are insecurities we have to work on. And you see, when we fail to work on these things, they affect how we even relate with people, either in the romantic or with the social life. So Mimi, I would say, I think I should have taken more time to actually heal from the traumas and understand myself and understand my purpose. Because purpose, we are Christians. The bare minimum is to get a man who is born again. That is a bare minimum. Honestly. And bearing fruits. Honestly. That is but Sasa, most of the time, we want to gratify these things, and we don't look at that other the emotional intelligence. We don't look at the purpose. What is this person? How they think. How they react. Who is this person as a person? As a person,
apart from going to church and all that.
As a person, who are they, or how is she? So I think those are just my take away in that, I won't really dig deep into the
it's okay.
romantic and what really happened
and all that,
but I learned, the things, number one, healing from
traumas,
the things that we have grown up with.
And
learning in life, we have to learn and learn and relearn. But if we do not allow ourselves to unlearn, if you are still 25, 26, 23 and you're still saying mimi nilielewa hivyo, mimi nakwanga hivyo, well, that is a red flag. Because there are things we have to unlearn in life. So when we don't allow ourselves to unlearn, and our past, in as much as we say our past, they do not make who we are, but what have you done about your past? In Sawa, it's history, but have you worked on it? If you get a trigger, how will you react? How will you evolve? So, for me, romantic, it's, unlearning and really healing from the trauma, from the heartbreaks, from the whatevers that you have gone through as a child. And number two, I think I have worked with several mentors, and they kept on telling me or us or whatever that when you get someone and you're dating, even if you're dating for marriage, it is good to be open-minded and know that if it does not work, okay, we can just go.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. We don't have to lie. We don't have to cheat. We don't have to just go to.
And that is the beauty, because for me, I worked with mentors. I looked for people who can journey with me. And you see, when someone tells you like that, it helps. But also when you're with, with friends who tell you, mkipatana ni hivyo ni hadi mbele. But you see, as we keep growing, you see, when you're 22, when you're 23 right now, you won't be the same person in 2 years. You will learn, you will unlearn things, you will outgrow some habits, some behaviors, your mindset will shift, and you will look at things and be like, wow, hey, I'm not willing.
I'm not willing to work with this.
Because you have outgrown some of the things. Your mindset has shifted. You are seeing things in a very different perspective. And that is life.
Amazing. I want you to talk to someone out there, maybe, na ako comrade. I believe some of the things like millennials hawakutupia ruhusa ya kushare. Like me telling my mom, unajua nimepigwa heartbreak moja. Like it's hard. There are those parents that, wako like, Wandia, stop. Wandia nilikutuma usome, So I want you to talk to that person healing from a heartbreak. What would you tell them?
Take time. You take your time. And the Lord heals. It is the Lord who heals. And God really knows that we are actually and they say we are all children of God, Wandia. It's not like the one who had broke is a child of the devil. We have to unlearn some things. It's not like this person who had broke you is, because there are days you would feel, why did this person really do this? So it's good to take time to heal.
Amazing.
Open your heart to God wholly. The Lord will heal your mind. And with the mind, I mean even those memories that you have in your head. You see, there are people who even are sexually abused, some are physically abused, and it takes courage to actually walk away. And there are people who are emotionally abused. So when the Lord heals, when you allow the Lord to heal, He will heal your head and like your mind, your soul, your spirit. Then you will just feel the peace of God. So allow yourself to heal. Don't beat yourself too hard. Imagine you are just doing okay. It's not like you are not enough. It's not like you didn't do much. So to someone who is like dealing with the heartbreak, I know it is really hard, but allow the Lord to heal you. Talk to friends who won't judge.
Who will not judge,
Well, of course, it's okay if my friend judges me, because what is accountability then? And sometimes the judge of this society is, don't tell me the truth. So me, I allow my friends to tell me, hapa napo ulikosea, hapa napo you would have done better. So I have friends who like do that, and I love them. Kwanza wale uniambia, like, who point out, like, I adore them, because it is so rare to find such friends. So someone should not beat themselves too hard because of a heart. I mean, there's life to live. I mean, there is a lot to experience, and there is someone out there who is waiting for you. And it is so bad if you carry that burden to that other person,
that human being. Amazing. Let's talk about finances. uko comrade. You are a typical comrade, you know, because when I remember like my first when I joined campus, yeah, they used to send me money and all that, the upkeep money, lakini Wandia hakuwa anajua kuzitumia because I'm like, now I need to pay rent, I need to pay like all the basic needs and all that, food, but I also want clothes. I also want to live like a girl, you know. Let's talk about how you managed to like save your finances and how you dealt with your finances.
You know, one day when I joined campus, I joined with one suitcase. Now I have
like,
I don't know, like 2 more.
Yeah.
Looks like I spent most of my money on clothes.
Yeah.
Money ministry. But anyway,
kidogo hapa unaniguza.
Like I spent money. You see, if I was wiser, I would have saved. What I discovered that I am a storyteller and I can do podcasting while I was in campus. And do you know, one day for the 3 years, I've been recording with my phone. Okay, the other phone. Like, with my phone for the 3 years. One day, and I was getting help.
Yeah.
Didn't I have the wisdom to even buy mics or a better phone or a camera
or a sofa, something? Yeah.
Don't even go there one day because I want to ask for where is my money? Where did the money go? I know. But good thing is that kama ni kwa mangu, at least naziona. That is how we comfort ourselves. But on finances, I wish I knew better.
Yeah.
And to people, I would tell them, even those who are in campus, because I now knew better when I was joining, I think, 4th year. Because that was when, you see, when you get into podcasting, it comes with a lot of challenges.
And
you have to research. You cannot just be inviting people on your podcast. Na hauna content.
Yeah.
So, for me, I used to do research. So, if I stumble on, content on money, I had to, listen. If I go somewhere, a certain, conference, and you listen to someone talk and you would hear them mentioning saving and investment, and the beauty of it. So, to people who are still in campus, imagine that help money, you can use it more better. You can use it, you can save, you can either fungua chums or MMF, save up for things, not just material things, but I mean, you can
just invest
on something.
Maybe
invest
your
on
idea.
Something. If you have skills, then you can invest on. Kama you are a graphic designer and you do not have a good laptop, if you save up, you can actually buy a better laptop. But sasa hii kwenda sherehe nini, well, you'll just remain with the photos.
Yeah. And the memories.
And the memory, and it is not bad. So on finances, I would just advise that read books on finances. Listen to people. This year I've been listening more on money, and I pray that the Lord now opens the storehouse for me so much, because I have been listening to Rena Hicks, Pius Moshiri. I have listened to Just Ivy, reading books on money, and you now understand how even money works, because the book that I started reading was The Psychology of Money earlier this year. So you see, that helped me how to go around money, and the perspective changes. So I wish I knew better, because I would not be struggling with podcasting equipment. But you can invest on something that you really see you will find value in it.
Next, actually, I've been working around campus, and honestly, I've been seeing comrade starting businesses, and I honestly admire that. Like, if you're there and you're a comrade and you have your own business, like, no matter the challenges that you're going through, you just continue pushing. Easy vitu si rahisi. Kutafuta pesa si rahisi, but at least when you do something, I believe that, like, we all have skills, we all have ideas,
and even if we don't, self-awareness should help the skills that you have. Because for me, I discovered that I love design. I can look at a good poster and say, this is actually beautiful. That is how I started designing. See, at nilianza to design. I can look at a billboard in town and be like, hey, this person was so creative. That is how I knew I love art. And when now it is now put on print paper. So I had to now sharpen now that skill until to a point now I could design. And you see, I started designing cards in campus while I was in 1.2, and I would sell it. Valentine's card, love cards. Mimi ndio nilikuwa najua nani wana date.
Wewe ndio ulikuwa ule. Amazing. Wow, so let's talk about how you survived broke days. Not because you struggled with finances. How did you actually survive broke days? Because you're broke. Sometimes you can be broke, you know. You've spent all your health money and all that. Ukifikiria kesho miraculously utapata other sources and all that, but unapata
with my personality. These broke days, you would see them coming from afar because see, I told you like I plan like by the time nafika date 20 walai sitakuwa na do. And it's not like from where I come from natumiwanga ati monthly allowance. No, natuma per week tena ni una beg sometimes. So with that, that is now how I had a side hustle of now designing cards, nini. My parents, I didn't want them to know, so that they subsidize my money. I didn't want that, so I used to have like that side hustle of designing birthday cards, nini Evo, and later on people came to know that I do voiceover, so at least tao kakiingia hivi inakusort.
And that is how actually uko like, hey, you're not broke, that broke.
Broke. I think there's a time I was doing a session and I was asking them, what is your broke side? What is your broke amount of money? Kifika tu below this amount, you know, so, but with how I survived the broke days, ni hiyo, like I had a side hustle, and I wish ningekuwa bado na save, but ni sawa tu. I still survived during the hard days because I had, you know, a side thing that I am doing.
Amazing. Let's talk about your relationship with God throughout campus life, because I feel like the path that you choose while you are in campus matters a lot, you know. The path that the friends and all that, the relationship usually matters. Like some of them are in CU, some of them are not. You know, how did you manage like balancing between the freedom and the relationship with God?
I got born again when I was in Form 1, but I was born again 5 times.
5 times, I know.
I got born again first time, but in third term now, ya ukweli sasa final. So when I joined campus, I had the, you know, the basics of salvation. The basics, but like I knew the Lord, and I knew that I'm a child of God, and I want to serve the Lord, and I want to continue being like in His presence, because I know there are people who are born again in campus and at home they're not born again, or vice versa. But for me, I think when I joined, I didn't know the CU was there until my roommate now took me to CU on Sunday, the first Sunday. Then now I knew, this is where I want to be. And I saw the ministry, I was like, this is where I want to serve the Lord. So all through campus, I have experienced God in like different, I don't even know, but my relationship with God has grown closer and closer and closer, even during the days that I felt like I have walked away from the will of God. See, the Lord can actually speak to you in a silent voice, but because sometimes we are thick-headed, we want to walk in our own way. And even during those days, I still felt the love of God. I still felt the Lord is still working with me, and it is through this relationship that now I got my purpose or my calling now in touching lives, because it was birthed in prayer. It was birthed in whether this is what you should be doing. This is how it should be called. Amazing. Now that is how I started. So even when I do my podcast during the bad days, I remember, it's not mine even.
It's the Lord.
It's not mine. It's the Lord's assignment. So and joining the CU helped, because now you work with your peers who are like-minded. You now meet people and be like, okay, there are people who can actually worship the Lord like this. And you hear people even interpret verses, and you're like, hiya, praise the Lord, hallelujah. And you even see that, and you see, for me, I told you, like, I had, in high school, I was very firm with fasting and praying. Campus nini kidogo hivi, but you would see people and be like, okay, this is the generation that I am in, and people can actually worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. So campus life, it has like really ground sasa my faith in God, because I now understood God at a personal level. I now understood God at an extra level and knew now this is God.
Yeah.
This is God, and he's God not because he provides for my fees, not but he's still God, supreme and high.
Amazing. About the relationship with God, I've had cases of people telling me that they went to see you and they were hurt. You know, it's possible meeting those friendships, a relationship. Maybe you're dating someone akakuhurt, and yet the bassist, yet ni pianist or something, you know. So like you are hurt. I want you to advise that person. What is your take on that? Especially you are hurt, but you still want to go to church, but you can't.
It is real.
It is real.
Wandia,
I know.
it is real. Do you get heartbroken today and you are ministering tomorrow? And then you see that person also worshiping and raising their hands.
Yeah, I know.
So utatoka church kweli, utaacha kuminister, utadrop mic hapo, seme sasa mic drop, I cannot continue like this. It's like when we get told huko mbele sasa in marriage, marriage is not the problem. The people in the marriage, they are the problem.
They are the
so
problem.
if someone hurt you in church, it's not the church that is bad. Okay, it's not like this person is also bad, but it's not the church that is bad, but it is this person who has not worked on 1, 2, 3 things, evil. So that is what I would say. So if you decide to live, I saw a meme, because we are Gen Zs, I saw a meme that said, imagine Jesus comes today and you tell them, I stopped going to church because people hurt me. Will you even have the stance and the audacity to tell the Lord Almighty, I stopped fellowshipping with brethren
just because I didn't have to break.
So I think that it is, I don't downplay the fact that we get hurt by people, even in ministry. But good thing is we are working on ourselves. Self-awareness. Actually, it plays a big role because emotional intelligence is part of it. You get to understand it's Wandia who has a problem. She hurt me. She said this, akaambia huyu. So these people, they are the ones who have because sambona, if I hurt one, why is it now a whole evil? So when we look at it in a different perspective, now it helps us to even grow. And it is good to heal so that we're not bleeding on people that did not hurt us, or we are bleeding on the whole church, a church of 4,000 people, honestly.
Yeah, because I feel like they're also good friends. Pia mimi nimeencounter so many good friends in church. Na pia church being in CU, you get like you're so exposed to so many other things. Amazing. Maybe now being hurt and all that, because hata mimi
umedwela hapo kwa hurt kidogo nikufanyia therapy
kidogo. You know, do you believe in the statement that a church is like a hospital? Like everyone is healing. Kuna mwenye ako ICU, kuna mwenye ako na headache.
Everyone has their own problem and they come to, and unfortunately,
and you actually need to understand
unfortunately
that,
we are treating the church as a, like, I think a perfect place. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I feel like pia clubs kuna watu wanahatiana, right?
I really don't know why, but when we say the church is a hospital, that is actually the scenario. Someone is being hurt by their parent. Someone is being hurt by their roommate. Another one is being hurt, you know. And when we all come together, we have different problems. Maybe we nikosi na mharas. Halafu we want to
dealing with a lot.
We want to be like, why are you behaving like this? Mbona unavaa hivyo? Seriously, like I think we should do better because we are the church. You and me, we are the church. Now I think we should now do better and behave like Christ. Me usema tu hii statement, what would Jesus do? You see, we behave like Pharisees in the Bible most of the time.
Hypocrites and all that,
We are the ones pointing fingers as if we are the perfect ones. Yet, we are not perfect. Pia sisi tuko na weaknesses zetu. We are now supposed to embrace each other and work with each other through this journey, because, I mean,
it's not easy. Everybody is dealing with a lot.
Life is tough. Just be kind.
Be kind.
The list of the things that you can do is just be kind to people, because why did Christ die? What then did Christ's death mean if we cannot extend grace to people? So to someone suffering from church hurt, it's okay, but please allow the Lord to heal. Me doesn't matter, allow the Lord to heal you because it is his people. You see, sometimes me, I pray a very funny prayer because I mean, he's my father, he's my friend, and I tell God, Lord, your people, your son, your daughter has decided even at animaliza evil, and the Lord is not Mrs. It's not like Mrs. Kizangi saying. The Lord is not like that. The Lord will still hear that prayer. So it's good to come together and still say, Lord, we have sinned as as friends. We have sinned as these people. We have, and it helps. It goes a long way.
Amazing. Actually, I love the fact that you're saying that we all need to work on ourselves. In as much as people are hurting us, we also need to play a big role in our lives, because the same Bible says that we actually need to remove first the log in our own eyes for us to see clearly the speck in our brother's eye, right? Amazing. And right, Aki tukifunga, because I'm enjoying the conversation, but because of time,
I told you tutakesha hapa.
I know. The greatest lesson that you learned in campus.
The greatest lesson that I learned in campus. Give yourself out fully.
Amazing.
Give yourself out fully. If it is to friends, and don't beat yourself because you gave yourself out fully. If it is your course, you have to give it your best.
Yeah.
Leave leave the rest to God. Give yourself out fully. If it is, understanding yourself, understand yourself from head to toe. No, this is what I do when I'm angry. This is what I do when I'm happy. This is how I interact with people. Work on yourself. Personal development. Work on yourself. It makes you better. But leave yourself so that you're not looking back and you're like, when I was in my 20s, I wish I did this.
Yeah. Amazing. Actually, the reason as to why I want us to talk about this, because I honestly love advices, because hakuna mtu alituambia you're supposed to behave this in your 20s. So natakanga mtu mwenye amefika hapo ameniambia how is it like way. So I want you to advise someone out there who is struggling with campus life. Like the general advice to someone out there struggling with maybe in finances, maybe in relationships, maybe in friendships, parent issues. What will you tell them?
Hey, campus is a I don't know. You can choose to even live in your own bubble of not wanting to care what is happening around you. But campus ni kama tunakuwa tu dunia yetu. Because when now you get out of campus, ndio unasikia watu wanasemanga huku nje. I used to wonder what is huku nje, but now that I'm huku nje,
is it easy?
Hey, siku ingine nitakuja sasa niwaambie about adulting. But to someone who is in campus, don't be cocooned. Don't live in that bubble of niko 2KU. There is life outside that. There is life outside the course that you are doing. There is life outside Nairobi or Kisii or where the place that you are in. And so I would just tell you, whatever problem or whatever issue that could be, disturbing your mind or taking you down, take time to reflect. Take time to ask yourself, how did I even get here? If it is finances, look at it. Unajua mi kama choleric, I would always want to now have solutions. But take time to really reanalyze yourself and reanalyze even where you are coming from. If it is a family trauma or something that is happening around, if it is a relationship, ask yourself, how the heaven did I even get here? And how do I what are the possibilities? Get mentors, get people you can work with, read books. I mean, knowledge is hidden in books. We only don't want to open them. But if you cannot read them, listen to insightful conversations. Knowledge is everywhere, in YouTube, in Spotify, everywhere. So mine is to just encourage people, whatever thing, the Bible says there is nothing new under the sun. Nothing, hata your trauma unapitia, your heartbreak, nothing is new under the sun. I'm inviting you into a journey of self-discovery, journey of just understanding. If you're dealing with an issue, what are people saying about this? Stories transform. Stories changes. So you can go listen to people with similar stories. How did they get out of that? And you will be a better person.
Amazing. Amazing. Lilian, tuambie about touching lives kidogo tukifunga. Tell us, how did you start touching lives?
I think I had mentioned that it was backed in prayer,
Yeah.
but I really did not know what the Lord exactly wants me to do. So I did it my own way until, the day that I find clarity of which I am. You see, with, knowing the Lord, it is a journey. You don't, huzaliwi afu unaanza kukimbia. You pole pole tu till the day that you actually get best. So when I got the whole burden and of the assignment of touching lives, now it's when I started the podcast. Now we tell stories that transform. So now we choose what stories are we going to talk about this time round, and then we talk about it. So so it's an assignment that I invite everyone who comes to journey with me, even as we keep on doing this very assignment that we are called into.
Amazing. And I actually love your videos. They're always good. They're always transformative. Like they're always, hey.
Thank you.
Yes, tell them to tune into Touching Lives.
Yeah, you can get my videos on my podcast on Spotify at Touching Lives, and also in YouTube at Touching Lives. We are in Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook at Touching Lives as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lilian, for coming. That was so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank
you for having me. Don't worry, we'll have a catch up.
But time kidogo, I don't know why time inaendanga tukiongea, but anyway, thank you so much. It was so good, and I hope this video out there, like imeguza that one comrade, that one young person suffering from something, ama maybe struggling with something. I hope imeguza. Have any other thing to add, maybe as a parting shot?
No, mine is just congratulate you and to tell you the journey is not easy.
I know,
but the Lord is with you.
I can attest to that. It is not
may the Lord
easy.
continue working with you as you do this, because stories go far.
Yeah.
Stories go far. I change my perspectives, but mostly when I listen to people's stories.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations. May the Lord continue working with you and giving you guidance. And giving you the wisdom to actually do this. And thank you for having me.
Karibu sana na tena. Yes, guys, we have come to the end of our episode. That was Unfiltered with Wandia. For you, please subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification so that you get to be notified anytime we upload a new video. Till next time, bye.